I'm in a corner and I can't get out. Hello there, Internet. I'm here to talk to you about my choir tour. Now, if you don't remember me saying, choir tour went to Colorado, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, and Missouri. And then back to Iowa. There may be some inserted clips of that happening in this video, I don't know because I don't remember what I filmed, but if there is, it will be in the video. And this video is going to be longer than normal, so just know that now and accept the fact. I'm waiting for you to accept it. Okay, alright, when talking about traveling, there are two things you need to know about me. One, I get terribly motion sick. I noticed this my sophomore year of high school when I detoured our choir tour then by an hour because I was sick. And since then, I have taken the precautions necessary to not feel sick on a bus trip. Second thing you need to know is that I've lived in Iowa my entire life, and I haven't done much traveling. So to me, elevation change didn't exist. And when you put number 1 and number 2 together, you get a 16-hour travel day with Abbie, who gets motion sickness, traveling to Denver, Colorado, the mile-high city, with Abbie, who didn't know altitude change would affect her. Something else you should probably know, I don't drink a lot of water because I don't like water. I just don't. So, you get motion sickness Abbie, altitude sickness Abbie, and dehydrated Abbie. Which leads to a very sick Abbie the first night of choir tour. I felt fine the entire day until I laid in bed that night and I was like, I feel kind of sick. I'm just gonna ignore it and go to bed. An hour later, I woke up and my roommate Cassie was getting into bed and I sat up and I said, I suddenly feel sick. I think I'm going to call my mom. Didn't call my mom, went to the bathroom. Didn't have fun in there. No. So that's how my choir tour started out. It started out with me wanting to call my mom and saying, hey, get me on a plane back to Iowa, ASAP, because I'm done with this. I knew though that it would pass and that I would regret if I went home, so I didn't say these words to my mother and I stayed on the trip. Thank God I did, because it was amazing. This is the furthest west I'd ever been in my life. Before this, I had never been past Nebraska, so seeing mountains was pretty cool. So it was like day 3 and we were traveling from Denver, Colorado to Durango, Colorado. And our bus driver, who is a boss, I'll get to that later, he decided to take the scenic route through the mountains. I might insert some mountain photos here, so enjoy them if I am. La la la, these are mountains. If you've been to Colorado or live in Colorado, you've seen them, but I'm inserting photos here for your viewment. There you go. I kept telling my friend Cassidy, who was sitting right in front of me, that I was gonna get home, show my mom all these pictures, and she was gonna be like, yeah, we get it, Abbie, you saw mountains. But they were so cool, and I loved them very much. After Colorado, we went to Arizona, and Arizona is my place. Oh my gosh. We were driving through Arizona and I just felt so at home, and it was crazy that you can feel so at home in a place that you've never been before. And Arizona isn't what I pictured Arizona to be like. Like, Flagstaff is in the middle of a forest and I just pictured Arizona as like sand and dirt because desert. So that shows how uneducated I am about the world. But it was just so beautiful all the time. Not only did we spend time in Sedona, Arizona, our choir walked like half a mile up to the Chapel of the Holy Cross. Is that what it's called? Hello there, Internet. I am in Sedona, Arizona with this beautiful background behind me. It's gorgeous and beautiful and so lovely. We just sang in this church. It's a Crossy Church. I don't know the right name of it right now, but it's beautiful. I didn't know then, don't know now, but I think that's something of what it's called. Not only did we get to go up there, we got to sing in the church, and it was gorgeous. It was so beautiful. After rain, when the dark is gone. The acoustics, of course, were wonderful, and that's what you get when you build a church into the rocks on a mountain. But it was such a great experience, and there were people there that we made cry because we're just so gosh darn good. They were crying their little eyes out with tears made of real tear liquid. Tear liquid? Glad you know science. We also went to the Grand Canyon, insert footage here. Hello there, Internet. I found a quieter place to vlog. I'm at the Grand Canyon. This is the first time I've ever been to the Grand Canyon. This is the furthest west in the world I've ever been. And I'm pretty jazzed. It's pretty nifty. It's pretty beautiful. I've gotten some rad pictures. Now I'm vlogging in front of it. 'Cause why not? Like I said, my first time at the Grand Canyon and it was beautiful. I got some really cool pictures. Here's some pictures. It's a picture place to put pictures while I sit here and talk and sing a little bit like this while you see pictures of places that I went. Okay. I should mention that while in Phoenix, we had a homestay, which means we go to somebody's house and we stay there with them and we talk with them and whatnot, stuff like that. Well, this homestay was a little different because it was me and 4 other girls, and we were in a mansion by ourselves. The people that lived in that house were like, hey, we're not gonna be here, but if you've got some trustworthy girls or something, they can stay here. And we did, and it was wonderful. They stocked the fridge and everything for us. They're like, eat whatever you want. If you want to know how to turn on the hot tub that's out back, give us a call. So we went out back. There was a hot tub, a pool, a gazebo, a putting green, a hammock. Like, who are you people? You're wonderful. How could you let us stay here alone? Thank you. I'm glad I'm a good person. Ah, my camera died, so if I'm in a different position than what I was just a second ago, that's why. Let's continue. Now think back to what I said earlier in the video about our bus driver being the boss. He was. His name was Richard, and he was just the coolest cat in town. He took us through the windy mountain roads, and I was only slightly terrified of falling off the edge. For real though, he was an amazing bus driver. He went places that I didn't even want to go with my car. So props to him, because you the dude. Now here is the last but not least thing that I want to talk to you guys about choir tour. In our choir we have officers that help with choral-like things. There's president, vice president, secretary, and chaplain. And if there's not issues between the beginning of the year and the end of the year, we keep the same ones all year, and then we vote for new people on choir tour. You have to be nominated, and then you have to talk a little bit into the microphone, and then people are gonna vote for you or not vote for you. That's how it works. Well, this year, I was so lucky to be nominated for vice president and chaplain. So that's cool. I was cool. That was cool that I was nominated for those things. That was very cool. We did the voting thing, as aforementioned, like you do in politics when electing officials. And I was elected vice president! Yay! So that was super exciting. I'm super stoked about that, and I can't wait for next year to get started so I can start the thing. Hopefully short thereafter this video comes out, I'll have like a compilation video out with more of the clips that I took from choir tour, because whatever I put in this video is definitely not all of the clips that I took from choir tour. So those will be in that video if you're waiting for that to happen. Comment down in the doobly-doo if you have been to any of the places that I mentioned in this video and what you think of them. Tell me if we are long-lost home buddies of Arizona, because life happens there. And as per the usual, like and subscribe because you know you want to. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Higher lifetime. Silly, silly goose.